Welcome back to Spade Card Magic. Today I'm going to show you a really cool sandwich card trick. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's the performance. So I already have the two kings right here, and I'm just going to place them in my pocket right here. If I had a spectator, I'd let them hold on to it and inspect it. So the spectator can start off by giving the cards a shuffle. This is a no setup card trick, and once they're satisfied with shuffling, they'd hand the deck back and pick a card. Let's say they pick this card. Alright, now I'd put it in the deck, give it a few cuts, and lose their card in the deck like so. Just completely losing it like that. Now, this is where these two cards come in. I don't know where their card is, and it's somewhere lost in the deck. So these two kings are my helper cards, and I can give these to the spectator if I need to. These are completely examinable, no flaps, no other cards. So all I need to do is just give the kings a little shake, and now your card actually appears right in between them. Your 5 of hearts. Alright, this card trick is extremely easy. It requires 0 setup, and all you need are 2 helper cards like this. In the performance, I used the 2 kings, and you can use 2 jokers, duplicate cards, or 2 soul pairs. It doesn't matter. So once you have your 2 cards, you want to find them and give them to your spectator to hold on to until you need them. So I just left them in my pocket just like so. After that, just let them pick a card. This is a no setup card trick, so they can shuffle the deck before. So here they pick the 10 of diamonds. Then I didn't actually lose the card in the deck. I just controlled it to the top. So there's multiple ways of doing this, but the way I did is I put the card in like that. I push down, which creates an awkward break. Then I push forward, creating a thumb break. And then I just held the deck like this, kicked over half of the top, then rolled over the other part, and just set the rest on top, and that should be their card. Alright, and once more. So you want to have a bigger packet above their card, so you have more room to work with for the cuts. So you go in, you push down, push forward, and that creates a nice thumb break. So with your index finger holding the deck, you swing cut part of it over, half of the top. Then with this part, you can get your thumb, roll it over your middle finger into this hand, and just plop the rest on top. Make sure when you're doing it, you conceal the break so the spectator doesn't see what's going on. Make sure it's held by the front view just like that. So once you control the card to the top position, you then take your 2 helper cards, and then you can tell your spectator that these 2 cards are completely examinable, and you can even give it to them to examine, or they could have examined it already. And when you give it to them, or when you take the card back, all you do is get a little pinky break under the top card. That's literally it. Because when I was showing these cards, I just got a little pinky break. To do that, all you do is slide over the top card, put your pinky up in that little gap, then pull the whole deck square, and there should be a gap. Make sure you don't hide your whole pinky in there, because from the front view it looks like you lost a finger. So just make sure it's like that so you can still see part of your finger. Alright, so once then you get your 2 helper cards, make sure you have a pinky break ready. So you have your pinky break, you can do it down here, you have it ready. Then what I did is I got the bottom card from the helper cards, I put it on top of the deck. That's on top of their selection above the pinky break. So now I'm holding 2 cards. So again, so the top card is actually their card. You get a pinky break under their card, and then one of the helper cards goes on top of their card above their selection, which is 2 cards. But they just think you put one of the helper cards on top of the deck. And then at this point, you simply slide the other king or the helper card in that pinky break hole, and it just looks like you got it and lifted up the other king. But now you don't want to like lift it up like this and show the other side, because that would look pretty weird. So you just want to do this and square it up pretty casually. And then once you hear how to make it look like the card jumps in, well, the card is already there. All you need to do is slightly move that one. And to make it a little stronger, you can move both of them to the side, and that one will look like it forms. Alright, so one more time. You have these cards, you take them back, and while you're taking it back, you can get a pinky break under here. And after the pinky break, you have that big hole, and then you can put one of your helper cards on top. With your other helper card, you slide it in the hole, like so. You can hold it in like this weird grip, and then to make it look like it produces in between the two cards, you want to just shake like so to hide the motion of moving the card to the side. Then afterward, you move it like that and reveal it's their card. If you control the card to the top properly, it will always be their card. So the main thing that you might struggle with at first is getting that pinky break smooth. So you make sure you want to do it like down to here, or just do it in an like offbeat moment, like when the spectators are distracted, or like when they're not like focusing too much on this hand. So that's why you need to misdirect them with these two helper cards by saying these cards have no special flaps or gimmicks you checked. Then you can just lay it on top like this, scoop it up, and then you're already a step ahead in them, since you already have that in between it. Alright, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time with Spade Card Magic.